Kangaroos, the untamed titans of Australia. Australia is a land where nature has crafted extremes. Its coastline teems with lethal predators like bull sharks, blue-ringed octopuses, and box jellyfish, while inland, saltwater crocodiles lurk in murky rivers, waiting for the unwary. The land itself is dotted with venomous funnel-web spiders, their neurotoxic fangs capable of killing within hours, and huntsman spiders, whose sheer size and lightning speed terrify even the boldest adventurers. But perhaps the most unexpectedly dangerous residents of the outback are the animals that look, at first glance, completely harmless: the kangaroos. Picture a serene, sun-baked Australian plain. The air shimmers in the heat, and the tall grasses sway gently. From the horizon, a kangaroo approaches, hopping effortlessly across the field. It stops at a shallow creek, chest deep, and fixes its gaze on a trespasser. Suddenly, the gentle herbivore transforms into a formidable predator. Kangaroos have been known to drown animals, including dogs, dingoes, and occasionally humans, by forcing their heads underwater until resistance ceases. In 2022, a man tragically lost his life trying to rescue his dogs from a large kangaroo, suffering fatal head injuries in the process. It's a stark reminder that even the fluffiest marsupials carry incredible power. Kangaroos are not just random hopping animals, they are master fighters. Male kangaroos engage in ritualized combat to establish dominance, protect territory, and gain access to females. The combat is a mesmerizing display of strength and strategy, blending boxing, grappling, and powerful kicking. A fight often begins with a rapid strike to the face. Then, both opponents stand tall, leaning backward while wrestling with their forelimbs. The subsequent kicks can be devastating, propelled by powerful legs armed with sharp claws, capable of disemboweling smaller opponents or seriously injuring a human. These battles are not always fatal. More often, they serve to determine hierarchy within the mob, but they are fierce, raw, and awe-inspiring. All kangaroos belong to the macropod family, which also includes wallabies, quokkas, bettongs, and potaroos. Macropod means big foot, a nod to their extraordinary hind limbs, which act as both levers and shock absorbers. These animals descended from tree-dwelling marsupials that thrived in Australia's dense rainforests some 50 million years ago. As the continent's climate shifted, forests gave way to patchwork woodlands and eventually open plains and deserts, and macropods diversified. Some evolved into tiny, mouse-like species such as potaroos and bettongs, while others became the enormous kangaroos we see today. Intriguingly, around 15 million years ago, a lineage of carnivorous kangaroos even hunted other animals, revealing a surprisingly aggressive chapter in their evolutionary history. Kangaroo reproduction is equally remarkable. After a brief month-long gestation, a joey is born, blind, furless, and weighing less than a kilogram. It instinctively crawls into its mother's pouch, where it continues to grow for 6 months, nursing and developing essential muscles and reflexes. Once outside the pouch, the young joey, now young at foot, begins learning the skills that will define its adult life: hopping, balancing, and fighting. Early play fighting between siblings or with the mother hones reflexes, coordination, and strength, a rehearsal for the ritualized combat that will dominate their adulthood. Hopping is not merely a form of locomotion. It is a marvel of evolution. While frogs and small mammals rely on hopping, few vertebrates of kangaroo size use it. Fossil records suggest that hopping appeared in macropods roughly 20 million years ago, but the largest modern species, the red kangaroo, evolved relatively recently. Researchers in the 1970s trained red kangaroos to hop on treadmills to study oxygen consumption, discovering an astonishing adaptation. Unlike most mammals, kangaroos' aerobic energy demands remain nearly constant as speed increases. This allows them to maintain a sustainable hopping pace of 20 to 25 kilometers per hour for hours, and burst speeds of 65 to 70 kilometers per hour when fleeing predators, ranking them among the fastest terrestrial animals in the world. Several adaptations make kangaroos extraordinary athletes. Their hind limbs are twice the length of their forelimbs, optimized for powerful leaps. Elastic tendons in the ankles and knees act like biological springs, storing energy without additional muscular effort. Red kangaroos possess skeletal muscle making up approximately 50% of their body mass, far above the 35 to 40% seen in large mammals like humans or cows, and this muscle is concentrated in the pelvis and hind legs. Their mitochondria and capillary networks are dense, feeding endurance and explosive power, while the tail functions as a dynamic counterbalance, preventing forward tipping during high-speed hops. Yet when moving slowly, kangaroos appear awkward. They employ a unique pentapedal walk, using the tail as a fifth limb. Surprisingly, this slow, deliberate movement requires more energy than hopping, which is why they favor bounding across the plains. Feeding primarily on grasses, kangaroos spend up to 10 hours a day grazing. Unlike ruminants such as cows or deer, kangaroos do not chew cud. Their two-chambered stomach, a saxiform front and tubiform back, functions like a conveyor belt, moving fibrous food efficiently through the digestive tract. Their gut bacteria convert hydrogen gas into acetic acid rather than methane, supporting muscle development while reducing greenhouse gas emissions, a hidden ecological advantage. Male red kangaroos can reach heights of over 2 meters and weigh 90 kilograms, dwarfing humans. Their early life is defined by practice, play fighting, hopping, and testing strength. As adults, they engage in ritualized combat that balances aggression and skill. Smaller species favor rapid, repeated kicks, often protected by hardened dermal shields on their bellies to avoid injury, while larger species grapple with necks, shoulders, and torsos, seeking to throw opponents without delivering lethal blows. Fights also serve as social signals, helping males display dominance and attract females, combining survival with sexual selection. Kangaroos may confront predators like dingoes, but flight is usually the best defense. Their rare but calculated drowning technique is defensive, not predatory, relying on shallow water to subdue threats. However, miscalculating the water depth can leave even the kangaroo vulnerable. The impressive musculature that enables these feats also plays a role in mating displays. Standing tall, flexing powerful limbs, and showing off bulk are ways males demonstrate strength to females and warn competitors. Maintaining such muscle mass is energetically costly, making larger males more vulnerable during droughts or environmental stress. Yet this strategy has ensured the survival and dominance of the largest species. Kangaroos are not just fascinating biologically, they are a lens through which we can explore broader scientific principles. From modeling ecosystems with differential equations to observing fractals in nature, understanding these creatures illuminates complex patterns in biology and physics. Tools like Brilliant.org allow learners to explore these concepts interactively, turning curiosity about hopping marsupials into insights about energy, evolution, and mathematics. Next time you see a kangaroo bounding across the plains, remember, this is not a simple herbivore. It is an evolutionary marvel, a master of speed, strength, and strategy. It embodies the resilience and ingenuity of life in Australia, a testament to nature's relentless push for survival and perfection. Kangaroos are not just animals. They are living dynamos, shaped by millions of years of evolution, a reminder of the extraordinary power and elegance hidden in the world around us.